guys, in today's video I'm just going to talk to you about something that happened to me, just to see maybe if you guys relate, and even just to see, what do you guys do in this type of situation. I want to start off the video by saying that I'm not a religious person, but at the same time I understand that a lot of people are religious because it gives them some sort of fulfillment in their life, and I have absolutely no problem with that at all. The only time I have an issue with religion is when people use it as a reason to discriminate. But that's a whole nother video, and the whole reasons why I'm not religious. I'm more spiritual. That's all another topic for another day. If you do want to talk more about that, just let me know in the comments below. But for this video, I just want to chat about what happened when Jehovah Witness came to my door. I'll admit I'm not really a fan of somebody coming to my door to preach religion to me, especially since I'm not a religious person. But at the same time, I'm not going to be rude to them. If I'm really not in the mood to talk, I'm just not going to answer the door. Jehovah Witness came to my door, and I decided to take this as an opportunity to kind of engage in a conversation with them and kind of flip it a bit and start talking to them about veganism. So I figured, well, if you come to my door, this is what happens when you come to a vegan's door. They asked me if I was religious, and I just told them, honestly, I'm not religious. I'm more spiritual, and that I live my life more on terms of kindness, and I do that through veganism. Ended up kind of turning into a conversation about religion on their part. I let them say their piece, and then veganism on my part, and they let me say my piece. And we actually had a respectful back and forth conversation. And then they came up with one of the responses, well, God is going to come back one day and he's going to, fix all of this, and there'll be no more suffering, and the animals will be, saved. And I said, okay, I understand, and that'll be great, when God does come back to, make everything right. I said, but in the meantime, we could make choices that are more compassionate and are more kind. And they just started asking me questions. So right there, a lot of the regular responses you get from people kind of came out, and one of them said, I wouldn't get enough protein as a vegan. So I kind of jumped in and I was like, no, don't worry, there's lots of ways to get protein as a vegan. Protein's pretty much in everything. And I let them know that I'm an athlete, I'm a black belt. I've been vegan for 5 years, and I feel great. And so that kind of helped them to see that, they're meeting someone that's vegan, they're meeting someone that's active and vegan. And so I just gave them suggestions on, different types of proteins and things that they can eat. And then they started asking me questions about veganism, about where they can find recipes and things like that. So I started writing down resources for them and kind of gave them some information to leave with as well. So I don't know, I hope that it planted some seeds for them. I haven't seen them back in the area, so I don't know if that's just, a coincidence, or if they're just avoiding the vegan's house. I don't know. But I thought I'd share that story with you, about what happened when Jehovah Witness came to my door. And I'd actually love to hear from you guys about, what would you do when a Jehovah Witness comes to your door? Would you actually take that as an opportunity to do some outreach of your own? Or do you just, pretend you're not home and keep it quiet? And I admit, I do that sometimes too. I totally get it. But this time, I felt like I'm gonna open a dialogue, and I thought it was pretty cool. I really feel like we had a good dialogue open there. So thanks for watching. I'd love to hear from you guys. Give this a thumbs up if you liked it. Comment below and let me know what you think. And if you haven't subscribed already, hit that subscribe button. I post weekly videos on all things vegan lifestyle. Hope you guys are having an awesome day. Cheers.